HOA built 35 homes on my land, so I opened the dam and watched it flow. When I left for deployment overseas, my family's land sat quietly on the edge of town. It wasn't much to look at: rolling fields, a creek cutting across it, and an old dam the Army Corps of Engineers had reinforced decades ago. That dam was the reason we still held water rights to the whole basin, something most folks in town had long forgotten. I figured I'd come home, pick up where I left off, maybe even start building a cabin. But when my boots hit American soil again, I nearly fell over. An entire HOA neighborhood had sprung up on my property. We're talking McMansions, 35 of them. Identical two-story boxes with vinyl siding, fences, and "this property is protected by XYZ HOA" signs hammered into the front lawns. At first, I thought there had been some mistake. Maybe they'd built on the wrong parcel. But no, the HOA president, we'll call her Karen because of course, proudly told me they had rezoned the land, and that my family should be grateful the property value went up. She even had the gall to hand me a stack of HOA bylaws and a demand for back dues. I laughed. She did not. See, Karen didn't know two things. You can't just rezone private property while the owner is deployed with the military. Federal law is pretty strict about that. My family still held the water rights, and sitting quietly at the back of that land was the reinforced dam. So I called a lawyer, filed a mountain of paperwork, and sat back while the HOA dug itself deeper. They fought, stalled, and even threatened me with liens. I let them, because I also noticed something while I was walking the land after a heavy rain. The dam was holding a lot of water, and their brand new luxury homes, built in what was legally my floodplain. So one rainy weekend, I drove out, checked the flow gauges, and turned a wheel. Slowly, methodically by the book, I opened the dam. Now I didn't unleash some apocalyptic flood. I just did what the Corps trained us to do: regulate water levels within my rights. The runoff surged, the creek widened, and within 24 hours, the HOA's precious cul-de-sac had waterfront views. Backyards turned to marshes, lawns became swamps. The walking trail, now a duck pond. The homeowners were furious. Karen stormed down in her rain boots, screaming that I was destroying their community. I pointed to the surveyor's map, the property deed, and the federal documents showing water rights. "This is my community," I told her. "Yours is just a floodplain." Within months, lawsuits piled up, not against me, but against the HOA board. Turns out buyers weren't happy that Karen and coers had built a neighborhood on land they didn't own, in a flood zone they didn't disclose. The HOA dissolved in record time. The houses are still there, but half sunken into swampy ground, foundations cracking from the water table. Last I heard, a developer was trying to buy them out for pennies, planning to market them as lakeside properties. As for me, I rebuilt the dam, fenced off my land, and put up a little cabin. From my porch, I can watch the sun set over the lake that swallowed an entire HOA. Sometimes revenge really does flow naturally.